90% of traders spend hours looking for new strategies to add to the arsenal. But I've been there, and that time is wasted. The answer is right in front of you. I have placed over 1,000 trades and tried all option strategies since 2018. Today, I'll give you the exact system I use to evaluate and adopt any strategy into your trading. The best option strategies out there are actually very simple. The best strategies are the basic strategies. That is the short put, the short call, and credit and debit spreads. I realize all the strategies out there are made out of these three strategies. It's variations or combinations of these strategies. When I first started, my first strategy was the short put. I actually learned this through a course, a paid course, where I attended in person over a decade ago. It costed me $5,000. It was a lot of money back then, but it introduced me to the whole world of options trading because I didn't even know what was a put or call back then. I didn't even know what you can do with short puts for buying a stock. Back then, I was learning how to use short puts to buy stocks at a discount. That kickstarted my whole options career. And once I started getting into this whole option world, I started hunting for new strategies. I'm looking for the best strategy out there. I was on a mission to find the holy grail of options trading. And I ignored short puts for a long while because it was so basic, it was so simple. So I thought there must be something more complex that is better out there, that is more sophisticated. The more sophisticated it is, it must be better because it's hedging, it's protecting me. And I went into a very deep rabbit hole. I went to Reddit, I went to Options Alpha, I went to Tasty Trade. I binge watched all of their content, and that was not enough. So I started looking for paid courses. And I bought courses with exotic names called rhinos and dragons, and they all work. And I realized they were just variations of a short put, a short call, and some spreads. That made me realize maybe there's no such thing as a best strategy. But that was only a little bit of suspicion. I wasn't fully aware of the fact yet. But at least it was a start. I started to look for other strategies and trying different strategies other than short puts after I bought these courses. And all of these strategies, various strategies, they work for a while, but they never really stuck. They work for a few months, and then after a few months, they start not to work. And then I thought, okay, there's something wrong with this strategy, so I move on to the next strategy. And again, it worked for a few months, and then it didn't work at all. After going through like 8 or 9 different strategies, I start to realize, hey, maybe it is not the strategy itself. It is me. It is the market environment. Option strategies are like tools in the toolbox. There's no wrong tool. You have to use the right tool at the right time. I was using the wrong tool at the wrong time. Let me give you an example. Say you're doing renovations. You're trying to put a screw into a piece of wood, but you use a hammer. It might work, but that's the wrong tool. You should be using a screwdriver. The same goes for options. I was using the wrong strategies at the wrong time. So that's a user error. And once I realized that was a total game changer. And that's when I started to become consistent. And that was around 2018. Any strategy can work. It really depends on the market and the timing. What I suggest is you choose a few strategies that you really like. I recommend a few basic ones, but it can be also advanced ones, and get good at that. Just like in any sports, let's take boxing for example. There's only a few different punches. There's the jab, there's the cross, there's a hook, and uppercut. It's not hard to learn, and you can learn that in one lesson. You can even look very good hitting the bag with those moves, okay? But doesn't mean you can actually go fight with it. When you actually go fight, when you spar with someone, when you get hit in the face, that's like real life trading. It's a total different game. Learning strategies is very easy. That's like 20% of the work. The other 80% is the real challenge of trading and the meat and bones of trading. The 80% includes risk management, position sizing, and trade management, and also psychology of trading. That is the real hard part of trading that takes years to learn and takes a lot of reps to learn. So go ahead and take any strategy. Learn the strategy. You can learn that within 30 minutes. Very easy. But really focus on the position sizing, on how to calculate your position sizing, how to manage the trade when the trade goes wrong, or actually even when it goes in your favor, what to do. A lot of guides and videos out there will not teach you that. They just explain the strategy. If you study my channel, I will be showing you the strategy itself. It will be very brief because it's very simple, but I will go into a lot of details about how to manage the trade and how to size your trades properly so you don't blow up. Anybody can place a trade. All you need to know is how to read and click a few buttons. That's the easy part. The real hard part is the 80% of the work, which nobody talks about and everyone forgets about. All right, traders, trade small, trade safe.